Hello and welcome to Bellwright. This is a medieval survival game where you try to build up from zero, from scratch, from nothing, and you try to become very, very powerful indeed. And there's a game that's relatively similar to this, and I think you might know. Well, there's a lot of games actually where you go from zero, but obviously the medieval is very much up my street. So if you'd like to take a look at the game, there is a link in the description. Otherwise, we're going to start a new game right here. And there is character customization. They've actually just added a lot of character customization as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it. But generally, I've seen that the game has been updated very, very recently. So that's why I thought, hey, let me check it out, Let me check it out. Let's see what's going on here. So let's go for muscular / skinny, I guess. You can be male, female, whatever you want to do. You can do height. Obviously, you can be very short. You can be very tall. And this is, as far as I'm aware, in centimeters. So 180 is relatively taller than me, but there you go. I was going to say relatively average. Yes. Anyway, we could go for a massive head. Shall we go for a massive head? Let's do a massive head. Why not? That sounds fantastic. Let's make his arms really long. Let's make his arms really, really long. And then you can actually do some pretty crazy stuff with the character creator here. So basically what I'm going to do is I am literally just going to do this. I am going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and we're going to see what we get. Okay? Because I think that's going to be... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Something bad is happening right now. Something absolutely amazing is happening. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is exactly the point. This is exactly the reason why I decided, you know what? I am actually going to... Oh, my. Okay, yes. This character creator has absolutely... That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, my. Okay, that is great. Okay, let's actually just keep this over here. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. All right, skin type. What does this do? Okay, I have no idea what that is. Blusher intensity, blusher type. I don't think that's really going to help me that much. Yeah, none of this is actually going to help us, I don't think, because I don't think we have any makeup on, do we? I think we might, actually. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, obviously this whole left-right business is not really going to work with this. So we are just going to do the same with... Okay. Do the same with his hair. Hair color ratio. Oh, yes, absolutely perfect. And then we have the... Oh, dear. Okay, and we're going to just leave this like that. Okay, and we're just going to go across like so. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is a mess, isn't it? Yeah, this is an absolute mess. But there you go. All right, so that's what... That's what he's gonna look like. He looks like, oh dear. All right, he's gonna be Barney Beartilt, of course. He's always a character in the. Oh, of course, yeah. I already made a character called that. All right, let's have him be Bruce then. I'm sorry, Bruce. Yeah, he's not gonna be very pleased with me right now. Anyway, so as you could see, there is a wide variety of different difficulties that we can go for as well. Basically, you can customize your experience however you so desire. For me personally, I'm not a particularly big fan of games that take a long time to generate skills and learning and all that stuff. So for me, I am actually going to be increasing this to like 175 or something like that instead of 100. So almost double the speed, just because I kind of want to see what is going to happen later on in the game. And we're going to be playing for quite a bit here. And we're going to see if we can maybe make something happen, something really, really cool happen. I have no idea whether that's going to happen here, but maybe we'll try it out. It is a massive open world, and the NPCs are going to give you various tasks, because obviously they don't trust you. You see, that's the really cool thing about this, because you're going in to a world that everywhere is kind of dangerous. There are brigands, there are bandits. The villagers do not trust you because you're just some random, you're just some random that has appeared out of nowhere. And indeed, you now have to kind of, earn their trust. You have to earn their trust. And I'm not entirely sure, but I've seen some people in the community actually talking about raiding villages and actually conquering villages and things like that. I don't know what they're talking about, because this is obviously, as I say, one of the first times I've booted up the game. So I'm just very excited to see what is actually going to happen here. All I know is that you can construct various things. You can construct stuff. Yes, stuff. You can construct things, and yeah, there's also some lore here as well. Handin is Handin? Yes, Handin, there we go, is believed to be the oldest settled village in the lowlands, but conflict was sown into its very foundation. Within years of its establishment, the settlers of Handin became divided on the growth of their village. Some wanted to expand north, while others wanted to stay closer to the valley. My grandmother told me stories about the early settlers, recalls Rosetta Omari, a 101-year-old woman who spent her entire life in the village. The folks here barely had enough buildings to shelter everyone, and yet they still bickered day and night about the future of the village. They decided to appoint a first elder for leadership, but those who wanted to push north sabotaged the election, and a chicken ended up as an elder, not a figure of speech, a literal chicken. The chicken was said to be an uninspiring, indecisive leader, and a human took over the elder post a month later. So there you go. We have a little bit of a backstory on the wonderful denizens of Handin. And we're going to see if I can maybe... Ooh, hello. Give me that chest. A piece of large smoked meat. That's going to be very, very important. We're fighting to save these innocents, but it's getting harder by the day. Who could have known that the butcher with that grim name is someone who's got a soft spot for kids? Together, we're a makeshift family in this mess. But there's talk of a rat among us, someone leaking our next moves, maybe even leading the king's dogs to our door. Can't trust anyone these days. And then there's my own kid, always looking at me like they know something's up. Makes my skin crawl. I'm in this to protect them, but how do you shield your own from a storm like this? Every move we make feels like a gamble, but we're in too deep now to turn back. And we also have this. I am the caretaker of this bell tower, entrusted with its maintenance and protection, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, of course, we are going to be making our way over while we... Wait a minute. Wow, that is... that face. That's all I can say, right? Sleeping restores your HP fully. When you or your companions lose a battle, they respawn but become injured for a certain amount of time. When they lose again before healing, they die forever. Injuries apply various negative effects. Yeah, so there's also that. I obviously took some damage because I literally just jumped off the big cliff there, so that was very, very useful, very, very good for me to do that. Absolutely perfect. And indeed, we probably want to harvest some stones here. Stones are actually going to be kind of useful for a variety of reasons, but most notably, we obviously want to create an axe as fast as possible, because I know for a fact, and slight spoilers, in an open world sandbox game like this, kind of, there's not really any kind of such thing as a spoiler, I guess, but anyway, the point is, we are going to need this to create, oh yeah, you guessed it, a shelter. Oh yes, we're going to need to create a shelter ourselves. We've got some hemp here as well, berry bushes. I'm actually not entirely sure if we're going to be, yeah, we're going to have some issues with our inventory, I think. Probably not going to have a significant amount. I mean, we don't have a significant amount of space or anything like that. As you can see, we do need a little bit more wood. So I'm looking for saplings. I'm looking for saplings mostly, or I can just harvest this stick here. Obviously, I don't have the ability to cut anything down just yet, but as you can see, there it is. We already now have the ability to craft this club. Oh no, actually not the club. I need one more wood. Whoops. I was actually gonna create the wrong thing. But the club is actually pretty decent. I have never used one before, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna need that to bonk some heads. There are gonna be some brigands that you need to take care of. And let me see. Is that a stick? Oh, I can't. Yeah, that's also something you've got to bear in mind. If there is a resource in the area, you will only be able to take it or harvest it if it doesn't belong to the village. If it is not in the village's, shall we say, vicinity. So yes, there you go. We've now created an axe. There's the axe. We've now got it on our nice little belt there. And we are going to be making our way over to speak to Dobron Yorklin, the Elder. And we're going to see what he has to say. Where is he, though? That's the question. I mean, we got the nice little mini-map down in the bottom right, so we know exactly where he is. So we don't need to faff around and be like, oh, no, I cannot find anything, and so on. But no, we do have a lot of indicators here, so that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, hello there, sir. I think we need to talk, traveler. You're a new face around here. New faces showing up rarely ends well for this village. I have a duty to my village first and foremost. I need to know who you are and why you came here. I mean you no harm. I came to the lowlands looking for some answers and some heads to bonk. Yes. Looking for answers, huh? In a perfect world, I could give you all the information you need and you could be on your way. But speaking openly can be a death sentence these days. As long as you're asking questions, you're putting us in danger. Well, do I have your permission to stay in the village for now, at least? No, but you have my permission to build a shelter on the outskirts of the village. Come back once you're set up, and maybe you can earn your keep. Okay, I plan to earn your trust one way or another. Alright, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to make our way. As you can see here, build your first shelter. Each construction requires resources to build it. You cannot place buildings too close to existing villages. Finding a good spot close to all sorts of resources is your first big decision that will affect your logistics and strategy. Everything in this game, as far as I'm aware, obviously I don't have personal experience on this, but from what I have seen and heard from the community and various other places, is that logistics, everything is simulated. In other words, a villager running from point A to point B with a certain load of goods is going to need to get there for a specific reason to be able to create other things and so on and so forth. So that's basically, as far as I'm aware, how things are going to go. So now what I need to do is I need to find an appropriate spot to put my shelter. I'm actually not entirely sure where we're going to go with this. I'd like to go to a place that has a bunch of wood, if at all possible. I mean, we've already created an axe, which has actually made things very, very simple for me, so I don't really need to, stress or struggle about finding any wood, because I can just chop down young trees. There is a certain respawn rate for the trees as well. And by the way, this is also something that is extremely, extremely attractive to me. There is a workshop. There is a workshop for the game where you can download any number of mods, and these mods can do anything from increasing your inventory size to making villagers move faster to making arrows more effective. Basically pretty much anything you could want most of the time to make your experience as fun as it can be. I don't think there are any, total conversions or anything like that, but I don't think that's the point. The point is to play in this game world and to try your hardest to survive. And now I think we're actually in a pretty decent position, don't you think? I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to press B, as you can see right here. This gives us the building menu, and we're going to be able to place this. So you can see here, resources in the area. Okay, well, that is not exactly great. I would like to have a place where we can be proud to call our home, of course, yes. Hopefully something like that at least. Here we go. This is seemingly a pretty decent spot. I don't know why this is a decent spot in comparison to the other one, but I will, I guess, do it here. There we go. All right, so now we have this. So now you're going to be thinking, okay, well, what do we do with this? Are we going to perform some kind of otherworldly ritual? No. We're actually just going to be adding flax here. I unfortunately don't have much flax, so it is going to be a little bit problematic for me. I'm going to have to go around. Here we go. The blue plants are flax, so this is actually extremely easy for us, because as you can see, there are loads and loads of plants of flax in and around the area. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Wait. Some of the blue plants are not actually flax, and/or they are different plants entirely. But there you go. Okay, so I will hopefully... my inventory is now full. I got some flax seeds as well. So bear in mind, I assume we are going to be able to construct some gardens. And that's going to have us doing some pretty cool things. As you can see, there we go. I placed all the wood, and the wood has literally just been dropped here, which is extremely nice. I actually very much appreciate that. Let's see. Is this a young tree? No. Basically, if you're wanting to have wood, if you want to get wood really, really easily... you want to get it from saplings or young trees. Young trees are the best. Mostly because if you take a fully grown tree, it's actually gonna make things very difficult because it gives you a log. It gives you a log rather than you know, fully cut wood or fully usable wood at the time. So I don't know what to do with actual logs. I don't know what to do with that yet. So I wouldn't be able to tell you one way or another, but hopefully we're gonna figure that out. Because obviously building our first shelter, it's kind of harsh, isn't it? There you go. Okay, so there you go. We did it. That's fantastic. So now all we need to do is build the shack. And we need to do this ideally before the nighttime. I do have a torch, by the way. So it's not that bad, you know. If something happens and, you know, nighttime falls upon us, we're not going to really have too many issues. And as you can see, we're almost ready with our nice little personal shack here. I can imagine it's going to get very, very cold unless we have like a fire or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's summer. Is it summer? I actually don't know. I'm not sure what season it is. But yeah, otherwise, there we go. Are we done? Almost. Oh, I can actually walk through my shack. Oh, I didn't realize I could walk through the shack. Oh, okay. This entire time I've been avoiding it. And it's just like, oh yeah, I should just walk through it. Anyway. You have a personal place to sleep, and you also have a private chest, which is fantastic, because now look at what I can do. I can place all of my stuff in here if we so desire. Yeah, there is a starvation meter as well, by the way, so there is something, obviously, to be kind of a bit aware of there. And I am going to be putting in the tin ore. Let's put some of the crude stone in here as well, because I don't really need a huge amount of these. And we got some hemp as well, not really needing a huge amount of hemp. Wish this stuff would stack, but it doesn't. So we're going to have to try to do what we can there. Alright, so we literally did that super, super easily. You can, by the way, if you don't like how your character is, you can customize your character again through the shack itself. So you don't really need to worry about that either. And I think, yeah, you can actually sit here as well if you so desire. And yeah, I think we're good. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to take a look at the map. This is where the massive... Yep. As I told you, this is massive. This map is absolutely huge. Look at this. And we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 villages that we know of in the area. And then you have bandit encampments, as you can see right here. Bandit encampments all across the world. The thing is, I'm actually wondering, shall we try to fight some bandits? I feel like fighting some bandits. Let me actually just very quickly look here. When I'm looking in the menu, by the way, it does not pause. The time still you know, runs away with you. So I have to be a little bit careful with that. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. I am going to try to create a club, if I can. Yeah, these are all fully grown trees, so that's not really going to help me. I could try to just pick up some sticks, I guess. I think that's probably easiest. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we can create our nice little club there. There we are. And we can put that on there. I do want to create... yes, actually, wait a second. I should probably pick this up. There we go. Pick that up. There we are. Nice, nice. Alright, so that's absolutely perfect. Yeah, we can cut these trees down, but they're not young trees. I'm just going to cut this young tree down just to make sure I have enough wood. I'm going to create a torch. Because a torch is fundamentally going to make so much sense once it gets dark. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to go over and we're going to actually see whether I can do some damage. I don't know where this... Ah, there it is. Bandit encampment. It's this way. Okay, so what time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. So I should have hopefully enough time before nightfall. I've got my club. I'm ready to go bonk bonk on whoever is... Ah, there we go. Hey, look, look, look. You see the smoke? You see the smoke coming from the bandit encampment? It's actually pretty cool, right? Yeah, I really, really like that little detail because obviously, let's face it, if you're not looking at the map, or let's say, I'm not sure, can you disable the map? I don't know. But if you can disable the map and you can remove all the UI elements and stuff like that for the hardcore players, then yeah, you're gonna have a great time because then you can literally use the... Oh no, they have bows. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Okay. Oh, their arrows are super, super easy for us to avoid. We don't have to worry about that too much. All right, let's do this. Okay, we got absolutely murdered, but we did respawn. Look at that. We did respawn, and we are now back at a... That guy absolutely murdered me. That is so funny. I mean, I obviously don't know. I have no idea how to fight in this game yet. So, yeah, me going in there thinking, oh, yes, I've got a club. I am basically a peon, a pleb, a peasant of epic proportions. Me going in there thinking, yes, this is going to be absolutely... Oh, no, hello. They're actually giving me... Okay, now they're giving me a tutorial. Swipe your mouse left, right, up or down, and click left mouse button at the same time to perform a directional attack. Or right mouse button to perform a directional block. And there we go. Okay, yeah. Observe your enemies carefully when they attack and block in the same direction. Remember that footwork and keeping distance are the key to success. That's actually what I was attempting to do, but unfortunately, not good enough. There's plenty of weapons, plenty of weapon types, actually. Swords, axes, bows, shields, and more. Advance your town and unlock technologies to be able to order them or craft yourself. Okay, let me actually just bring out my mace. No, no, yeah, no, it's exactly, it's exactly how you'd expect. It's exactly how you'd expect the combat system to work, if you've played similar games like it. And, yeah, I don't know why I died so fast. I guess maybe I got hit on the head or something like that, because I don't have any armor on my head, I guess. Maybe something like that, but yeah. Anyway... oh, wait until tomorrow to check with Dobron. Oh, okay, I have to wait until tomorrow? Alright, well, I'm going to head back to our little shack then. I might pick up some... I'm not sure if I really need to pick up any extra stuff. Funnily enough, it's actually just dawned on me that I might have dropped my stuff. I literally may have dropped all of my gear back here, and so that's why I'm coming back. Yep, as you can see. Oh my, that is hilarious. Yeah, I literally dropped all of my gear. Can you imagine? Okay, yeah, so I actually thought that I didn't, because I obviously didn't look at my inventory, but I actually thought I didn't because I looked down and I had my tools on me. So I'm going to assume that that was just because I don't know, I guess I must have, I guess you keep the things that are in your equipped weapon slots or something like that. I'm gonna, there we go, I'm gonna eat that. Ah, there we go. Okay, look. I just ate some food, and that has given me additional HP, and I believe additional stamina as well. And that is a game changer right there. That is an absolute game changer. Let me actually just see. Who's this? That's a wolf. Ah, maybe we can fight the wolf. What do you think? Shall we try to fight the wolf? I have a bad feeling I'm going to die here, but if I do die, at least we know that... a wolf is not to be messed with. I mean, I think a wolf is probably more dangerous than a bandit. Oh, okay, that was close. That was really, really close. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got a piece of raw meat and we got 3 pelts. Obviously, that was extremely close. Definitely don't want to... I definitely don't want to do that again. Not right now, at least. Not right now. Sometime in the future, but I would prefer... Look at me. I'm hobbling. I'm hobbling around because he's injured. That is terrible. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to get him fixed up. It's going to take a while for his HP to come back, but obviously we're about to rest, so that's all that we need to worry about. We just need to get back to our little shack, and then we'll be absolutely fine. It's such a shame that no one from the village wants to, quote-unquote, shack up with us. I think it would have been nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would have been very, very nice to have some company out here, although we do only have 1 bedroll, so yeah, it does say it's too early to sleep, but... that's all right. Ooh, now that's nice. Look at what we've done here. All right, so as you see, we've actually just constructed a campfire. I was just checking out the construction menu, and you can see here that we have cooking, crafting, harvesting, management, and storage. I can even create additional camp chests if we want to. It's going to cost us flax and wood. Obviously, we're always going to need wood by the looks of things. And then obviously you have a housing tent here as well. This tent will provide shelter for your settlers. Can only accommodate 2 people, so build enough for everyone that might need it. And you can see here, this is obviously going to require a lot more. 9 wood, 2 logs, all that stuff. Then we have harvesting. Harvesting doesn't seem to be anything there. And then we have crafting, which is a simple workbench, which allows you and your settlers to craft all the armor, tools, weapons, and refined materials, which will be critical for your settlement. And you can see here that once again, we need wood, flax, crude stone, and so on and so forth. And then obviously the cooking, which we've just done. So I think for me personally, I'd like to build this. If at all possible, I'd like to get another chest. Because as it stands, I feel like it's going to be kind of important. There we go, put that round about there. And yeah, flax, I don't even have enough. I really don't have enough of that. Oh yeah, is it getting night? It just turned 8 o'clock, so I assume so. Something like that. So, do I need... oh, mushrooms. Oh, hello. Yeah, let's just get some wood. I think I need wood and I need flax, right? Yeah, I think I need wood and flax. Let's see if we can make that happen before we go to sleep. Alright, so we can now add mushroom. And as you can see, we got a roasted mushroom right there. I don't know. I don't think it's done yet. Add raw piece of meat. There we go. And then we want to add wood, obviously. Let's add wood. There we go. It's doing it. It's doing it. Nice. Okay, yeah. So we can basically create any number of things here, from fish fillets and various other things. As you can see, look at that. There we go. We have actual cooking timers for our campfire. Look at the wonderful lighting that we have here in the nighttime. It really makes me feel like we are actually in the wilderness. And usually, I don't know whether you're going to get that, really. I mean, it depends. It depends, I guess. But I'm just saying, I really like the ambience here. And we are obviously going to... well, I think I'm probably just going to stick around here until we have the opportunity to take this. I should probably go and add some stuff here. There we go. And then I just need to add all of this. There we go. There's the chest. Done. All right. So now, ooh, look at this. Absolutely insane. Loads of storage filters here. Pretty crazy. Okay, so let's go here, 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 and here. Put all of this stuff in there. All the pelts and everything. These things stack. Okay, so that's actually really nice. Okay, so roasted mushroom is about to be done. And I hope it's going to last a little bit of time. There it is. Okay, so I apparently... it seems as though they don't burn. I think that food does not burn when you cook it, so that's obviously wonderful. Well, shall we say, it doesn't burn as far as I can tell, because as it is, it just says you can take it, and then everything's fine. So I think that's cool. And then otherwise we want to take a piece of cooked meat here. We're obviously going to be taking that in just a moment as well. And then we're going to be going to the next day. Day 2. 5 days until winter. Winter is coming. Oh yes, winter is coming for sure. Who's winter? yeah, no, I did that. I know. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're now going to make our way over to the village. I'm a little bit worried about... let me actually just see here for a real quick second. Yeah, so as you can see, the roasted mushroom is actually being consumed really, really easily or really fast. It's, shall we say, degrading really, really quickly. So I think it's probably a good idea for us to eat that first, and that's exactly why I did that. And now we're going to be making our way over here. It is now 6 a.m., 6:23 actually, and we are going to be making our way over to the village as fast as we possibly can. And obviously we are going to have... I'm actually surprised I'm still injured, to be honest. I thought that resting would have given me full HP. Did I poison myself by eating that mushroom somehow? I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure about that. Don't quote me on it. I didn't pay too much attention to my HP until now. And look at what we can do. We can pet things. We can pet dogs. Yes. The tail is wagging. The tail is wagging. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. That is wonderful. That is probably the best feature so far, actually. It probably will be the best feature in total. Flint, hello. I will pet the cat as well. There we go. Yes, there we are. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, yeah, that is actually, as I say, that I mean, you know, if you're someone that likes animals, then you know, that's very, very cool. Ooh, that guy's got a bow. I'd like to steal that. It's not going to be possible. There is a merchant, and we're almost at full HP now, so that's nice. Okay, so let's speak to Mr. Elderman. You again. Give me a chance to earn your trust. If I fail, I'll leave you alone. I'll tell you what, we actually have one problem you can try to solve, if you're willing, of course. It gets cold around here, especially close to the mountains. If we want to keep ourselves warm, we need fur for it, rabbit or wolf pelts. But you see, our hunter, well, we got into a little discussion about how things should work in the village regarding payment. And I'm guessing you couldn't agree on that little issue. He doesn't want to work with us anymore, but Haindeen mostly depends on him to provide. I want you to convince him to deliver traps. If you can bring us rabbit fur too, that would be very much appreciated, but we can't expect you to do that every day. We want to be self-sufficient with our fur trapping. So the priority is the traps, and the rabbit fur would be a bonus. Take care of that, and then I will consider your request. Well, I'll see what I can do. Where can I find the hunter? Go speak with Amelie. She's a bit of a troublemaker, but her heart's in the right place. Or so I have to tell myself. She has a good relationship with everyone in the village and knows nearly everything that goes on around here. If anyone can point you in the right direction, it's her. Okay, that's what I'll do. Alright, so we're going to be speaking to Amelie Feltois. Let me actually just see. Where is she? She's going to be over here somewhere. There are so many villagers as well, as you can see right here. Loads of villagers on the map. And yeah, she's over here. Yeah, we've even got a blacksmith and everything. That's very cool. Is that her? Yes, that is her right there. No, that's not her. Oh, that was Cordelia. I'm sorry. I got mixed up between them. Oh, dear. Okay, hello. She's carrying something, as you can see right there. She's literally carrying something from point A to point B right now. Greetings, newcomer. Say, have we met before? Your face is awfully familiar. Yes, last night. Your mother... you have to be Amelie. Elder told me you know where I can find Hunter Lubomir. I am. What can I do for you? Lubomir, you know him? Unfortunately, I need to find him. He's in the forest, just up the hill, not far from the village. Perhaps bring a book, so you have something to do while he rants at you. Thanks, I think. We even have a beggar. We even have a beggar in here. I didn't know the village was so prosperous. Okay, so as you can see, he's over here. Oh, no, wait. No, he's over there. There is a point of interest over there, but there is the quest objective over there. All right, wonderful. As you can see by the map as well, by the way, there is a brigand's headquarters, and you can see the hostility against the brigands, or shall we say the brigands' hostility themselves. And I'm going to assume that they will be attacking at some point in the future. Now, let me actually just see here. Can I actually create this waypoint? What's the waypoint do? What is the waypoint doing right there? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the waypoint map thing does, but, well, whatever the case, let's make our way on to the first point of interest, and then we'll move on to the quest objective. This does seem... Oh, it might be a fishing spot. Is this a fishing spot? I wouldn't mind doing some fishing. I'm usually a big fan of fishing in games like this, so I will probably be doing quite a bit of it. And, hello, wait a minute, what's going on here? The question is, what is this? An offering box. Loot off... Do I want to loot the offerings? Yes. There we go. These books contain valuable knowledge. Use it to expand your own abilities or those of your settlers in the inspect screen. They can greatly improve skill mastery, but more advanced books require sufficient knowledge to learn from them. And here he is, Lubomir Netterby. What a name. What a name. What are you looking at? It's dangerous to wander around the woods alone. Haven't you heard about wolves or bandits lurking in this area? Actually, I did have a close run-in with the bandits, actually, just a little bit earlier. You don't look like the hunting type, so what are you doing here? Well, Elder Dobron sent me. He asked for traps, if you have them. The people of Haindeen need them. Ha, the people of Haindeen, of course, now they need me. I'm not going to work with them. Dobron has no respect for me craft. He doesn't value anything, or everything, I've contributed to that damn village, and until he does, they can fend for themselves. Well, can you help me at least? I need to build trust with the Elder. Nobody in the village even wants to talk to me. You're asking for help, but you don't know a thing about me, or what I went through. So I left. Wait. Did I miss something? I missed something. I clicked it by mistake. I still try to contribute from a distance, providing them with fur, food, and creating traps for the sake of the village, but they wanted more. When I asked for better pay, the Elder said no, and actually warned me not to ask again. At one point, he said he'd speak to the brigands about my behavior. What? He'd speak to the brigands? Wow, okay. It seems like Handine isn't wealthy enough to pay you. That does sound rough. I'm going to say that does sound rough. Yeah, well, the fine people of Handine don't agree with you. That's why I want to leave that life behind. What do you mean? Let's make an arrangement. You need traps and I could teach you how to make them so you can catch smaller animals. Okay. You look like someone who could get things done. I don't know why, but I feel like you have a lot going on inside. He doesn't know me at all, does he? I'm willing to join you if you provide me with shelter and food. Together we can make each other's lives easier in this land. So, can we cooperate? And as you can see, there he goes. He's got skills to pay the bills, potentially, maybe. He's got some skills in archery too. Very, very nice. He's got laborer, researching, crafting, animal handling. These are all the skills that you can obviously level up in the game, I guess. And yeah, I think it's possible. Join me. All right, so there you go. So he has now joined us, which is fantastic. So turn your okay, wait. Here we go. Your villagers can be assigned to one of 3 roles at any given time. A worker fulfills your crafting and production orders in the settlement. A companion travels with you and follows your commands. A guard patrols and defends your settlement from danger. You can command your companions by giving them contextual orders with E to attack, harvest, and move. It is vital that you and your villagers stay well fed. Going hungry will cause your companions, workers, and guards to stop what they're doing in order to find food. The better the food, the longer they can work. Alright, so as you can see right here, we have orders, and we can tell them to move to a certain position, as you can see right there. We can tell them to do certain things, like for example, harvest wood. We can tell them to harvest logs and harvest crude stone. We can tell them to charge and indeed follow me. As you can see, I am now telling him to follow us, and he is indeed, as you see, going to actually follow me. This is perfect. This is absolutely wonderful. So the question is, where is my... there's my place. Okay, so we're going to go to my place right here. Can he follow me down here? He can. I believe he can. It does look a little bit risky for him, all things considered. I think. Is he... He might not come down here. Oh no, he might. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever the case, I'm just gonna go, and hopefully he will follow me. If he doesn't follow me this way, then I will go back and I'll see if I can get him. Okay. Yeah, it looks as though I'm gonna need to go around, I suppose. I just, that's the thing. I don't want to build a house all the way up there for him, because I feel like that doesn't make sense. You know, we need him to be, you know, right next to us. Otherwise, you know, what use is it? Because we want to try to consolidate everything in the area so that we can build some, you know, chests and stuff like that. And that's definitely going to make a big difference. So we're just going to get him back up here if he can. Can he get back up here? Yeah, I think he can, right? Ah, there we go. All right, so I just got a log, as you can see right there. I just got a log from this tree here. And what we're going to do is we are obviously going to... Oh, cut requires a better tool. I have an axe. It's apparently not good enough to cut through this particular tree. Okay, that's interesting. So I am going to need to get flax as well. And so there is a little bit of flax around here. Let me actually just see real quick. Yeah, I have quite a lot of wood. The question is, do we need to give wood? I think we need wood as well, don't we? Yes, we do. So as you can see right there, I can literally just hand in almost all of that. Can hand in a little bit more flax as well. Unfortunately, my friend is not really with us right now. He is coming though, as you can see. There he is. So he finally got himself unstuck. But that was obviously my fault. You know, that was my problem right there. Okay, I need to find not young trees. There we go. I need to find a proper tree right here. There we go. And this is going to give us the last log that we need. And then we need to get some flax. As you can see, I've actually turned him into a worker already. So, yeah, there he goes. Oh, he's actually... Never mind. He's actually delivering a thing. That's cool. He's actually delivering a log. I had no idea. All right, that's great. So I hope he's actually going to do that. I assume he is. That's amazing, actually. The fact that he was proactive in getting, well, probably the most important material and resource for the building is extremely nice. I actually wonder if he's going to do the other stuff too. No, highly unlikely. Oh, no, he didn't do the logs. Ah, he was carrying wood. Okay, never mind. He was carrying wood, not logs. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Oh, actually, wait, did he put it in the chest? I think he might have put it in the chest. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, so this is good, because I certainly didn't put it in the chest. So there we go, we can do that. I don't have any more flax. I'm assuming that there are a couple more flax in here. Yes. There we go. I knew my past self knew what he was doing. Kind of. Not really. Yeah, so here we go. Now we can actually start building this. And, oh yeah, I should put away my axe, otherwise it's completely pointless. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Just to build. And this is going to be his nice little housing tent that he's going to be super pleased with. I mean, come on. It is a deluxe accommodation. And he is going to just be overjoyed. There we go. Absolutely. This tent will provide shelter for your settlers. Can only accommodate 2 people. Yes, indeed. Okay. And there you go. So now what we need to do is we need to build a research desk and a simple workbench. Okay, and he's just taken a load off right now. I guess that does kind of make sense considering. And we don't have any mushrooms or anything like that to be able to add to the fire here, which is a bit of a problem, to be honest, because as they said, we do need to make sure that our people are eating. The question is, actually, you know what? I wonder whether I can place... this is spoiled food. I'm going to put that on the ground. Let me actually just see here. Journeyman book? What? Okay, that's actually kind of crazy. Two-handed? Oh, okay. I didn't know anyone had two-handed here. Alright, I'm going to put a radish in here. And some fish stew. Someone can use that, I'm going to assume. I'm going to be eating one of these myself. Let's eat the piece of large smoked meat. Look at my HP, by the way. Look at my HP. No wonder we died instantly versus that bandit. Apparently eating increases your HP dramatically. And you can see exactly why that's important. Because obviously we took a significant amount of damage. Let's just say that. Okay, so what do we need to do now? Oh, yes, research desk. Okay, so... there's the research desk, and we need a simple workbench as well. So the research desk, ooh, that is actually kind of harsh. We can rotate it as well, however we like. Let's put it around about here. There we go. This is going to be very, very... this is going to be quite difficult, I think. Oh, logs? Are you serious that you need logs for this? Oh, no. Okay, well, thankfully we are right next to this tree right here. Oh, no, that doesn't allow me to cut that one. Really? This doesn't allow me to cut that one either? Oh, none of these. Oh, dear. Okay, these ones will, though. There we go. Okay, so the older trees we're not able to do. But that's okay. We're going to be getting a lot better equipment as time goes on. This is going to be a lot easier, though, because I don't have anything in my inventory now. As you can see, yes. Very nice. And now we can also cut these logs up here. And once we have cut this log up, then we'll be able to take it. I actually just hope that my guy is actually doing something. I'm hopeful that he's going to be getting, I don't know, some wood, flax, whatever. Hopefully that's going to make a big difference. Can I actually take both of these? I highly doubt it. But I'm going to cut this nevertheless, because if I cut this and then our friend comes along here and maybe picks it up, that's going to be rather significant. We just kind of have to trust... Oh, yeah. Look at him. He's actually coming over here. Oh, no, never mind. He's picking up flax. Oh, no, he did actually pick up the log, as you can see. Is he? He is! Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Alright, I am actually extremely overjoyed by that. To have an NPC that is actually using his brain. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what grandeur we have witnessed right there? Unfortunately, he is not going to be able to use this for this construction because we don't... Well... We don't actually need logs any further, but he is going to put it in the chest as far as I can tell. So that's really, really nice. The durability of our equipment does seem pretty good as well from the looks of things. So I feel like we don't really need to worry too much about that. Oh, hello. I also leveled up my harvesting skill. Harvesting allows me to harvest faster and better. Better, faster, stronger, and all that wonderful stuff, as you might expect. And indeed, we are now in possession of a lot of wood. That's actually... I might want to use my axe as a weapon instead of the club. I'm not sure. It feels like it has a greater reach, but I highly doubt that. I mean, we need a sword, ideally, right? We need a sword. Okay, let's actually just do this. There we go. And now we need some flax. That should be easy enough. What do we have here? Okay, housing tent number 1. And we can just open his storage here. I'm actually not entirely sure what that does. But yeah, as you can see, we have Lubomir Netaby. Can I actually rename him? Is there a way for me to rename him? I'm actually not entirely sure. But yeah, as you can see, look at his job priorities here. Obviously, I can change his job priorities to be whatever we want. So generally, I feel like his priority to do harvesting should be really, really high right now. So we are just going to tell him to do that. Delivery should be number 2. And then construction should be number 3. And that's it. So he can just harvest all the time, or at least hopefully. And I actually wonder, yes, you can rename him. Look at that. I can literally rename him. That is crazy. Okay, so let's see now. Oh, I can't. I literally can't do more. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, wait. Okay. There we go. Done. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. That is probably the best name that we are ever going to see. And it's all inspired by his original name, of course. And you can see here that he's actually getting flax. Good work. Lube me up thrust. Yes. It's a nickname, by the way. It's a nickname. It's not his actual name, of course. That would be way too much, wouldn't it? Yes, if we were able to rename him completely. Yeah, but otherwise, I think he's... Oh, no, he hasn't gone over here beforehand. Okay, that's absolutely fine. He did actually go and get some flax, though, so I'm pretty happy with that. And indeed, we are now going to be able to get the research desk. And we... Well, look, there he is. He's literally going for it. Is that him? That is him. Okay, cool. Because I'm thinking to myself, wow, he's actually really proactive in pretty much doing everything that we want him to do. And I'm actually wondering, is he... He did it himself. Look at that. He literally built that himself. I did nothing. Well, I did a little bit. But I'm actually really, really impressed by that. Okay, so let's have a look. What else do we want now? We want a simple workbench. Okay, so the workbench, going to go round about here. It's going to make sure that the research desk and all the other stuff basically exactly the same place. And let me see. We need to add crude stone. I've got quite a lot of that in my inventory, I think. And here we go. The more powerful your settlement becomes, the more likely it is to attract raiding parties. Invest into guards and better gear to fight them back. Build outposts. Don't limit yourself to just one settlement. You may need resources that are found in the other corners of the region. And you can find all the useful information in the town overview tab. Okay, so if we press tab, town overview, or if you take a look at the settlement, as you can see right here, this is the settlement right now, and you can basically prioritize every single thing that you would want. You can literally prioritize all of your various objects, so you can say if there's a person that you really want to make sure that, you know, is working on, like for example, if you want to make sure that someone is always on the research desk, then you can obviously place that at 1. And you can also take a look at the job priorities on this menu here as well, and you can literally change every single priority that they are capable of. Obviously, as you can see right here, some of them are not capable of various jobs because we don't have the building that enables them yet. But yeah, I very, very much enjoy the priority system. Yes, there we go. But yes, otherwise, I need to get... What do I need? Flax? No, I don't need flax. I need wood. So let's get some wood. Can I actually read that book right now? I can? I think... No, as you can see, it requires level 3. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, there you go. The simple workbench is now done, and I'm actually unsure. I'm going to assume that it allows... Yep, as you can see, it allows us to literally create a wooden spear. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that. I think the best course of action is to probably create a load of torches. Is that true? Or shall we get Mr. Lube Me Up to do it? That might be an idea. Okay, wait. Select a recipe. So yeah, he can actually do the spear, as you can see right there. So let's actually get 2 spears, right? Let's get 2 spears, and then you can obviously do a number of others as well if we want to. So for example, he's got an axe already, so I don't think he needs one. I'm not sure if he has a torch. I'm going to assume he has a torch, so I'm not going to really worry about that. But if he doesn't have a torch, I'm literally just going to give him one. I can just give him one, because I made another one just now. So I'm going to give him one in there. And here we go. Research the small trap with the help of your new settler. Okay, well, I actually want to... Can I do this myself? Stop research. 0 workers will automatically be assigned. Okay, so he's actually doing that straight away. Missing resources. I'm not entirely sure how that really works, but let your settler craft the trap at simple workbench. Pick up a trap and set it yourself in the dense forest with bait. Okay, well that's very cool then. The question is he actually going to do any research if he is assigned to harvesting at level 1? No, he's actually doing it. He's actually doing it. Look at that. Wow, very, very smart. I actually have to admit that. They are actually very smart indeed. They are doing a great job. And what I need to do actually is I need to... Let me see here. I need to go over here and actually get some wood. Because we're going to need some wood to be able to craft the trap in just a second. And I think that's going to be good. I think he's probably done. Yeah. Is he done? Actually, no, he's not done yet. No, he's not done yet. 45% research, 45%. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go in here. Let's go to settlement. I want to make sure that we have this. Are we being attacked? Is there someone actually attacking us right now? I'm actually not entirely sure. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that he has research on 1. And he also has harvesting on 1. So we're going to change his harvesting away from that if we can. Let me just inspect him real quick. You don't have a building. How do I not have a building for harvesting? Do I not have a building for harvesting? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I thought I did. But yeah, he's going to do something, I guess. I'm actually not entirely sure. Maybe our chest is full. Maybe that's the reason. No, it is not full. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. As you can see, there are huge amounts of filters with the chest as well. So that's very, very nice. Can I actually do this myself? I don't think so. Required resources. Ah, there we go. Look at that. We can actually place that in here. And then that literally allows us to research this. That's insanely cool. All right, that is really, really nice. He's actually going to be coming back here in just a moment because I literally just put a flax. I'm assuming that's why he went away, because he needed to get flax to be able to do the thing that we needed to do. So that's actually really, really cool. And indeed, he is about to be done very, very soon. And then we will be able to manage workers. We can get the small trap being crafted. Let's make the small trap go above the wooden spear, and there's local storage here as well. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to supply a huge amount of stuff. So let's give 5 wood, and that's going to get us... Oh no, actually we don't even need that. We're going to be going for 5 wood only for the 1 small trap, and then the wooden spear is going to be done too. Yep, there you go. See, he already took it. He literally just took it straight away, and now he has already finished the small trap. Has he? Has he already finished it? I'm actually not entirely sure. Let me get out my torch real fast. There we go. Okay, did he finish it that? No, he just took the... Okay, wait, he just took the wood, and now he's going back to make it. Okay, that is hilarious. I'm actually surprised that he did that, but okay. That is very funny. But now he's making it. There you go. Alright, so that is actually insanely cool. Being able to manage your people in a remote or hands-off sort of fashion, I think is fantastic, because that allows you to do so much more. You can literally just do whatever you want to do at that point, which I very much appreciate. I think I can probably stack food as well. As you can see, there are 3 icons in the top left that would enable me to have 3 different food types. And I'm going to assume that that is fundamentally going to increase our HP, increase our stamina, regen, all that wonderful stuff as much as possible. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we will probably go and try to get some more food. Obviously, if we can get some more meat, that's going to be extremely useful. So there you go. I now have the trap. And where's the dense forest? Where do they say? Over there? No, that's an ex-bandit camp over there. There's a point of interest. And I think probably behind us, or in the dense forest with bait. Ooh, what kind of bait? What kind of bait do we need? I'm actually not entirely sure, but as you can see, I can place it somewhere down here. I guess I can place it somewhere here, because it is quite close to our settlement, so I think that's quite nice. So, place it round about there. And now we need berries. Oh, okay, wait. There is actually a berry bush nearby. There it is. And add berry. Done. Okay, berry was added. Bring 2 small traps. Okay, so now we have the overall thing to do here, which is to bring the 2 small traps to Mr. Yorkland and bring 1 pelt as well. Hilariously enough, because we actually killed that wolf earlier, we have the pelts. We already have the pelts, which is actually kind of crazy. I need to actually get some more wood, which is a bit of an annoyance, but that's okay. There are a lot of young trees in the area, so it shouldn't be too bad. And obviously, we should probably sleep until the morning, shouldn't we? And look at what we can do here. I'm literally creating the small traps myself, because you can actually do that too, which is really nice. So you can see here, I've just selected one, and immediately I'm able to do this. Now, what's really great about this is this will hopefully give me crafting skill that is then going to unlock, you guessed it, the wooden spear. And if we can get the wooden spear, we are going to be in a great position to do massive damage to those bandits. Because let's face it, we don't want the bandits to actually get the drop on us every single time. We've been pounded by bandits once before, and I think we need to do the pounding now. We need to do some pounding to these manly men. They really do need to get absolutely thrusted into the depths of the abyss. You know, that's what needs to happen. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. As you can see, we've now got the 2 traps. That's absolutely perfect. And indeed, I am going to be going over. There's also a trap over there, obviously in the forest. I think I can probably just leave my person, right? I can leave Mr. Lube me up to do whatever he wants to do, and hopefully he will take care of the trap himself. Maybe he will. I mean, for me personally, I feel like they are very smart. I think they are going to need food, though. As you can see, he literally I think he ate the spoiled food just now. I'm not entirely sure if he ate the spoiled food or if he got rid of it or something like that. Kind of hope he got rid of it, to be honest, instead of eating it. It would have been pretty sad if he ate it, but yeah, well, I guess we'll see as we get back, and he's either just throwing up all over the place, or maybe he's dead from food poisoning. Hopefully he won't. Oh my, are you seeing what I'm seeing right here? There is literally an animal merchant. Okay, wait a minute, show me what you've got. You can literally get little chicks right here. You can get chicks, roosters, hens. You can literally buy flint, pike, snuffy, quill, and holly. You can buy dogs. Wow. Okay, that's actually really cool. The fact that we have the ability to purchase animals at any point, I think that is amazing. We don't have to wait for a merchant to come in. We don't have to unlock anything. You just need 100 gold, but I don't have 100 gold, unfortunately. I only have 43. So, anyway, let's see what we can do here. Here's your fur. Don't ask me how. Are we good yet? That's good. Really impressive. Unfortunately, that's not the end. I need something more from you. You see, we have a problem with wolves, and someone has to take care of them. Have you lost your mind? Hunting rabbits is one thing, but fighting with wolves? You showed me you're true to your word, but I need more to trust you. Will you do it for me, or not? Fine, I'll bring you wolf pelts as a trophy. Didn't I already Didn't I? Oh, never mind. Okay. Apparently, I apparently didn't do that, even though I just brought him some pelts from wolves. But that's quite funny. Anyway, we do actually have to kill the wolves this time around. So that means, you guessed it. That means I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to generate as much skill. This is the reason why I said to you why I was going to increase my skill points at the very beginning. Just because, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of, you know, it taking an age. As you can see, I've just crafted two traps, and I have, what is it? Like, what? Yeah, only 283 out of 1,200. So I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a lot more stuff. You know, we're going to need to create a lot more stuff, and that's how things are going to go for us from here on out. And there is a tech tree as well, by the way, in the game, and as you can see, you can actually research a bunch of extra stuff. So, logging camp, for example, one worker can use this to cut down trees in a small area and chop logs into wood. For the best results, place near a dense forest. And as you can tell, if I zoom out, you see how massive this tree is? Obviously not as massive as certain Path of Exile, but it is pretty massive considering the kind of game it is. And you can see here in some of the later research, look at how incredible this research is. You will be able to create an armory, which will give you the ability to create armor. For example, plate gloves, chainmail, cuirass, great plate armor, knight plate armor, knight helmet, infantry helmet, all this amazing stuff. You have tin plate, sharpened arrows, a crossbow. Yeah, that is looking real nice. We also have a cutlass, a bludgeon, a great axe, great sword, claymore, warhammer, as all kinds of different weapons available as well. And then, of course, you've got things like hunters' lodges and a warehouse, a lumber mill. What does a lumber mill do? I don't know what that does. It says not yet discovered, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. But yeah, we have a gatehouse here, palisade wall with battlements. So in other words, you're going to be able to create an actual settlement that has huge walls all the way around it. At least that's what it seems like to me. Now, let me actually just see the map real fast and actually see where they want us to go for the wolves. I think it just tells us to go. Oh no, there it is. It tells us to go over there. Okay, so generally, I think I would probably be able to deal with the wolves quite easily, even with what I currently have. But the problem that I'm facing right now is that I don't have enough HP. I feel like my HP is extremely low. So I ideally, what I would like to do is maybe find some berries. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yeah, we can't get these berries, unfortunately, because they are claimed by the village. But you can see here that there's actually also a trust level with the village themselves. So what we're going to need to do is do this other quest, and then we're not going to be a stranger any further, and then maybe we'll be able to actually harvest things within the village limits. I have no idea whether that's the case, but I'm just surmising that that might very well be what will happen, which would be quite nice. Let's see, okay, so we've got some berries here, and what else do we have? Okay, so let's actually see. If I eat these berries, let's have a look. Where are there are the berries. Let's eat them. And oh yeah, they give a very, very small amount of HP, but that's actually kind of okay. I mean, let's just test something out real fast, because what we can do... Okay, I can only eat one foodstuff at a time. Okay, so we cannot stack the same foodstuff. So what we're going to need to do is get additional foodstuff. So for example, we could get radishes, we could get more meat, we could get fish potentially, we could get all kinds of stuff like that. And that would then enable us to increase our HP even further, which would be exceptionally nice. Unfortunately, oh, actually, wait a minute. I might be able to do something. There is a trap, remember that. We do have the trap in the forest to give ourselves the best possible chance of achieving victory versus the wolves. I think what we'll do is we'll just check on the trap, see if it's got anything captured, and then we'll cook the meat if we can. And then once we've cooked the meat, then we will have a huge amount of... Yep, there we go. We got a rabbit. Absolutely perfect. Raid threat reached. No. Okay, that's a problem. There we go. We added a berry to that as well. That's great. Okay, so are we actually being raided right now? That might be a problem. No, it doesn't look as though we are. So I think we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, I think we should be fine at least. Okay, so let me actually just go here real fast. Add the small piece of meat. Add the wood. That's going to take quite some time. What about if I add all the wood? Does this increase the speed? I think it just makes it last longer. That's probably what's going to happen. Alright, so we got a lot of wood here, and we're also going to be eating this small piece of... Wait. Small piece of cooked meat. There we go. Sorry, I almost ate the raw meat. Okay, let's not do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Look at that. Now we've got a lot more HP. I can even add this small piece of cooked meat on here, or shall we say small piece of raw meat, and then it will turn into cooked meat. Hopefully our friend over here will do his thing and actually look after it. I'm going to be going over to the wolves now. Actually, you know what? I should probably go and just create a trap first. It's not going to take us that long. It's going to take us 30 seconds to be able to create this. Now, the one thing we want to do, obviously, is try to increase my crafting skill. Because once I'm able to do that, I can craft a spear. Obviously, technically, I could get my guy to create the wooden spears if we wanted to. And that may very well be a better course of action. However, I would like our own character to be somewhat decent at doing this kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I feel like right now, I feel like it's a pretty good idea. And especially considering the fact that I am actually going to be placing this trap down right now. Might as well, right? Then we'll probably place it somewhere like this. There we go. Gonna add a berry. There we go. Fantastic. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to the wolves, and we're going to see if we can win against them. I'm going to eat these berries just to make sure that I have as much HP, as much stamina as possible. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to block against wolves, to be honest. Because obviously, if you think about it, you know, brigands and bandits and so on and so forth, you know, ne'er-do-wells, they are indeed going to have directional attacks. Whereas wolves, they don't really have directional attacks that much. Not unless they are Sith. Yes, indeed. But yeah, otherwise we should have a not too bad of a time. I mean, obviously beforehand I didn't have any food, and I was very, very low on maximum HP, so maybe it's going to be okay. Although, there are 3 of them. This is actually very bad. I think I might die from this. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Yes, yes, my guy actually ate the small piece of cooked meat. That's wonderful. Or he's picking it up at the very least. Okay, so here we go, here we go. We're being attacked. Oh, yeah, here we go, here we go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we got to be careful here. Nice. Nice damage. Nice damage. Can we get some more? Nice. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so there we go. We've got 1 dead. And we got more pelts and everything. That's wonderful. And now the question is, can I eat this to give myself more HP? No, we just get health regeneration. We do get actual raw HP every single time we eat one of these. But we are obviously not able to do that just yet because, well, I already have the effect. I can't stack the effect like that. It would be nice if we could actually, you know, eat it to gain the raw effect. Oh, mushrooms. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, can I actually eat this? Yeah, it's raw food. Is it going to poison me if I eat this by itself? No, I don't think so, right? Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now this is perfect, because now what we're doing is we're getting some really, really nice stuff here. I'm going to drop the spoiled food around here, because I don't need that, obviously, and that's kind of pointless for me to keep it. And, quick slots. I can assign these things to quick slots. I guess I will do that. Not sure if that's particularly... I don't know whether that's worth it, to be honest, but yeah, I guess so. Okay, so we are okay. Let me actually just... yeah, I don't want to pick up anything more. Not right now, at least. Okay, so let me see if I can bait the other wolf into action. Yeah, it's coming. Ooh, I missed. Bad. That's bad. Okay, that's very, very bad. Nice damage, nice damage. Okay, very, very difficult to actually hit this guy right now. There we go. Maybe we can do a little bit more. And, oh no, we missed again. Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Whew. That was close. Okay, that was extremely, extremely close right there. My inventory is full. Why is my inventory full? I mean, it's obvious why my inventory is full, but I was kind of hoping that we'd have at least enough space. Am I, did I... What else is actually here? Ah, raw meat. Yes, I will take the raw meat over the berries. Thank you very much. That is much, much better for us. Okay, so now, as you can see, we can bring 2 pelts to Dobron. Hilariously enough, I have so many more pelts than it says. It says we have 2 in the inventory, but I actually have like 17 or whatever it is. 17 billion. Let's just say 17 billion. It makes us sound better. And Dobron's going to be very jealous. Alright, so now that we're back, I'm just going to start this up real quick, and I'm just going to put a mushroom on here, and then I'm going to be putting a bunch of meat on here too, because this is obviously going to be fantastic for everyone involved. Everyone's going to be so incredibly... I mean, I say everyone, but it's just loop me up. He's the only guy. He's the only guy right here, so, you know, we're obviously doing this for him. And in general, yeah, how am I doing in terms of inventory space? I guess not too bad. I should probably put... I should probably take all this stuff out, all things considered, shouldn't I? Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take all the crude stone and stuff and the flax. And we should probably put it in the public chest. Because if we put it in the public chest, everyone is going to have a great time here. Because they are literally going to be able to take from this whenever they want to. And it's going to be so much easier for them. As you can see, he literally put the small piece of cooked meat in the chest. He is an absolutely fantastic companion. Is doing a fantastic job in general across the board. I'm actually really, really surprised because I thought to myself, he is going to be terrible. I've got, you know, a lot of experience in the past playing games like this, other games with companions, and companions generally, they're not, some of the time they're actually kind of like borderline useless. But this guy is basically almost carrying our entire settlement at the moment, apart from the fact that obviously we went out and almost died fighting 2 wolves, but, you know, still relatively decent. Anyway, this will hopefully get us to friend status, or whatever it is. I actually have no idea what we're going to get once we get to 100 relation. But I need to speak to that blasted elder. Yeah, there we go. The roasted mushroom is now done. Fantastic. And where is the elder? Is he around here? Yeah, he's somewhere over there. Oh, look at that. I leveled up my cooking. Yes, I leveled up my cooking. Okay, I'm very, very pleased about that. Yeah, as I said to you, that's the reason why I increased the speed learning, or skill learning, shall we say, of all of the skills. I feel like it's extremely important to do that, because I don't want to be waiting around. I don't want to do that stuff all the time, a huge amount, you know what I mean? Okay, wait, look at this. There are loads of quests, potentially, on this board right here. Okay, that's very cool. Maybe we should do that in a second. Yes, regarding the wolves. Wait, you're back again? Surely you didn't... I got the pelts from the wolves as requested. They won't be a problem anymore. I don't know what to say. Thank you, it's much appreciated. Can I continue my investigation in Handine now? Yes, I suppose you can, even though I might question your mental state for taking on those wolves. You've shown you're not a danger to... I find that quite funny. Indeed, you seem to be more of a danger to yourself. I mean, no offense, but anyone that is willing to take on some wolves in literal peasant rags and a woodcutting axe is not probably someone you want to mess with, and this guy has no idea. This guy has no idea. Okay, so let's have a look here. Before I go, I have a question for you. Who is Lord Ashbourne? He's the Lord of the Lowlands. He was given his role by the Queen herself, and it doesn't matter. Go now, young one. I believe you have a matter to investigate. I see. Thank you for the information. All right, so we gained 150 trust level with them. So we are now associate, and we now have 100 out of 500. So that's very, very cool. And you can see here, do you need my help? So you can ask him for additional tasks if we want to do that. What kind of special thing? I was sure you were going to tell me about those coins I found. I want to give you some coins I found? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any of these. I don't have any of these. I'm so sorry. Goodbye, sir. All right, so we have some of these other things right here. What's this? Denizens of the lowlands, with great pride and admiration, we declare that the once menacing spectre of banditry has been vanquished from our lands, thanks to the resolute efforts of our noble Lord Ashbourne. By the royal decree of Queen Oseen, Lord Ashbourne took up the mantle of protector, leading our brave forces against the marauding bandits that once plagued our kingdom. Through strategic brilliance and unyielding courage, these outlaws have been scattered to the winds, and their threat extinguished like a flickering flame. Signed, the Council of the Great Lord Ashbourne. Yes. Well, there you go. So we are obviously getting a lot of additional lore and background on the various people and places here. And, oh, wait a minute. We've got a quest. We seem to have a quest over here, because now we are an associate. People actually trust us a little bit. Okay, hello there. Is there anything I can help you with? You've got to help me. I'm losing chickens. Every night more is gone. Those hens, they're my livelihood. Meat, eggs. I'm ruined if this keeps up. I need someone who can figure out what's going on. Will you help? I can't promise much, but I'll give you what I can. I need this nightmare to end. Okay, when did the chickens start disappearing? It's been about a week now, maybe more. At first I thought it was just one or two wandering off, but no, every night since, more and more are missing. Okay, do you suspect anyone in the village? I don't want to believe it's one of our own, but, well, Theodore has been acting strange lately, and looking a bit more plump, too. Okay, how can I help? Perhaps you could investigate the coop, see something that I might have missed. You could also speak with Eliza Greenberg, Theodore the blacksmith, and Marin Lupton. They live nearby and might have heard something. Leave it to me. I'll find those chickens. And indeed, we have now entered a new state of being. Foul play. Puns. Oh yes, the best of puns. And that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and his face still makes me laugh. Yes, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.